Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Frazier Field for Northeastern Conference Baseball. Lynn Classical trying to get off a two-game slide. They're 2-3, losing two tough ball games the last two games, especially the last one against Salem. They made a host of errors, and Salem was able to come back from 4-0 to beat them 6-5. So they're going to have a tough test here today against the Beverly team that's 3-0 coming in, and they're coming off a huge win over Davis. Everybody predicted Davis would win the league yet again. And Beverly, something they haven't done in years, they went over to Davis and beat them rather soundly. So they've got a good hitting team. They put 11 up against Davis. Not many teams do that. So Classical will try to upset Beverly here and not be gracious hosts. On the mound, making his debut as a varsity player on the mound, he's come on, Aiden Dow. He's made a mark already. He's got big hits. He swung the bat well. He worked his way into a starting position. And now he's going to pitch for the first time in his varsity career, the young sophomore. Beverly in their bright orange shirts. Again, on your screen, I'm sure it looks like big blue skies, puffy white clouds, bright sunshine, and it is cold again. The wind is the difference. The wind is really, they said we'd finally get up in the 50s today, but they didn't say where. Matt Collins, the shortstop, will lead it off for Beverly. Beverly has brought some fears for this actually early morning. This is vacation week for the schools, so they play their games at 10 in the morning. Two good pitchers on the outside corner. Carrero, the catcher, set up outside, trying to get Collins to chase the waste pitch. Down and in for a ball. The count evens at 2. That one hangs high, so he had him 2 strikes. Now he's got to come in with a pitch or put him on. Hit hard to third. Nice stop by Anderson. Rights the ship and throws him out. Now they drop the ball at first base. He's safe. Anderson made a nice play, spearing it, made the throw, and they just dropped it at first base. So Collins will reach on the error. Tim McCarthy, the second baseman, will be the hitter. Squared the bunt, took the pitch for a strike. Anderson shot and way up at third base. Gets the bunt down. Dow will help himself and make the play. So Beverly has a runner in scoring position for Spencer Brown, the third baseman. Spencer's been playing forever, I think. This might have played as a freshman. So lefty against lefty here. Rips it to first. Nice play. David Bernard makes a nice play. Short hop, that was going down the right field line for extra bases. And the off hop, not an easy play. Picked it and made the play. So runner at third with 2 outs. Clayton McAlpine to DH. He's hitting for the catcher, Jacob Brandt. Pitch hangs high for a ball. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Wide for a ball. Line to left field, right at the left fielder. So Mike Zukowski breathed a little sigh of relief. He looked and said, oh, not again, with the error leading off the inning. They get as far as third base. And Dow gets out of his first inning of work. So they gave him 4 outs, but they weren't able to score, Beverly. And Glasgow will bat in the bottom half of the first. It'll be A.J. Luciano, the shortstop, leading off. DHing for the catcher, Cesar Carrero, and batting second is Brett Buckland. First baseman who made that very nice play, David Bernard, will hit third. In the cleanup spot is the left fielder, batting Sean Devon. Pitching and batting fifth, Aiden Dow. The second baseman, Jared DiFilippo, hits number 6. Batting seventh and playing third base, Deshaun Anderson. The center fielder, Kevin Durant, will hit 8th and bring up the tail end of the batting order, batting 9th and playing right field, Danny Lilia. Danny's been all over the place. He's been the third baseman for the first few games, moved to second the last game. Now he's out in right field. They're getting closer to having Christian Burt back. Hurt is back. The very first game went down. Hasn't come back since, but he wasn't dressed for a couple of those games. Now he's in uniform today, so hopefully he's recovering. He will help this team quite a bit. Mike Broninger is on the mound for Beverly. So they have a lefty going as well. A.J. Luciano will be the first hitter. Boy, he's on a tear. He hit for the cycle, 6 RBI. He had a walk included against Winthrop. Then he came back and had a big game. The other day against Salem, he had 2 RBI, scored a couple, had a triple, single, 2 more hits. He's really swinging the bat well and playing very well at shortstop. I mentioned Mike Zukowski. Dave Wilbur is the head guy for Beverly. He's been around for a while. Does a great job. In for a strike. Still terrible weather for baseball. Almost impossible to get loose. Pitchers have to try and keep their hands warm, and I don't know how you do that in this weather with the wind blowing so hard. Luciano fouls it out of play. Up and away for a ball. Broninger was ready, then he stepped off. Luciano stepped out. Now we're back in play. Strike 3 call. Luciano thought it was outside. So a strikeout for the first out. Brett Buckland, the DH. Everybody has to try and stay warm. If the ball's hit you, you don't want those ice cold hands trying to throw the ball around. In for a strike. And then, of course, you go sit in the dugout and get cold again. Foul tip off the catcher. Quickly, it's 0-2. He's got a lot of room in left center field. Wide for a ball. Left fielder way over by the line. Center field's only a step or two to left center. Lines it into the seats over the Beverly dugout. Way up and away for a ball. Down evens at 2. Swing and a miss. Quite a start from Mr. Broninger. 2 quick outs, 2 quick strikeouts. David Bernard, the first baseman, will be the hitter. Swing and a miss. High in the air to left field. Camping under it. David Bernard hit it well, but he got under it enough to keep it up so Ryan Munzing in left field could make the play. But a 1-2-3 inning for Beverly and Mike Broninger. We played an inning here at Frazier Field in this Northeastern Conference battle, and we're right back when we started. Dead even. Glasgow nothing, Beverly nothing at the end of 1. Swing and a miss by Nick Berry on the first pitch to start the second inning. Five, 6, and 7 for Beverly. Hit foul back. Up and over the screen. Beverly had a 1-2-3 inning. Dow should have had a 1-2-3 inning. There was an error on the leadoff hitter, but then he got the next 3. Didn't miss by much. That was a nice pitch by Dow. That's a tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. Low for a ball. Up and away. So he started This inning, like he started the first, he had 2 strikes, and now he's got to come in with a pitch. Line past third base. Solid shot down the bullpen area. That'll be a stand-up double for Berry. He's got the first hit of the ball game. He got all of that one. Just inside the third base bag, Anderson had no shot. Devin had to chase it down the bullpen area. And Beverly has the leadoff hitter on and the leadoff hitter in scoring position for the second straight inning. High and tight for a ball. Jack Plose, the center fielder. Beverly likes to play small ball and move those runners along. In for a strike. Plose's not showing bunt, though. High for a ball. Hit the shot. Luciano makes the nice play. So it's not a bunt, but it works the same. Not a sacrifice. They move the runner over to third. So now they have a runner at third with 1 out. They had a runner at third with 2 outs in the first. Ryan Munson, the left fielder, will try to get Beverly on top. Looking to put the ball in play. Klasko will shrink up in the infield. Where that wind just gets stronger. Nice pitch on the corner for a strike. Suicide squeeze. The runner was coming. They squared the bunt, and they pushed it foul on the first baseline. Shows they love to play small ball. Munson got it down, but it went foul. Dropped out in front of the plate. Dow holds the runner. Nice play by the pitcher. Now it's the runner at third with 2 outs. John Goodwin, the first baseman. Klasko will move that infield back. It's a nice play by Dow, helping himself. Pitching from the stretch with the runner at third. In for a strike. High for a ball. Swing and a miss. So with a runner at third, Dow is 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Goodwin is 1 swing of the bat away from putting Beverly on top here in the top of the second inning. Nice stop by Carrero and a pitch in the turf. And we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in inning number 2. Chop foul over toward the Beverly dugout. So he do it again at 2-2. Wide for a ball. Mike Broninger, the pitcher, is the on-deck hitter. The payoff pitch up and coming. Hit foul past third base. Hit it well, but got out in front of it, pulled it foul. And we'll do it again. Missed down and in for ball 4. So now the pitcher, Broninger, can help himself. First and third, 2 outs. I would assume the runner at first would be going to second. On the corner for a strike, good pitch. Well, it looks like, I don't know if it's track practice or over at Manning. Missing inside. They threw it down late. The runner was already there. I'm not sure why they threw it. Beverly didn't realize they were throwing it. The runner didn't take off from third. So it's second and third now with 2 outs. Wide for a ball. Missing again. Top of the order, Matt Collins on deck. Broninger will be very fussy with this pitch. He went after it. Looked like it was up and in. Might have been ball 4. So we had another full count. We had a few of those already. Big pitch coming up here for both teams. Hit foul to the screen. And we'll do it again. High for a ball. So the bases are loaded for Beverly with 2 outs. Matt Collins reached on an error, leading off the ball game. So back-to-back walks extend the inning. Berry led it with a double, went to third in the ground ball. Watched as Goodwin and Broninger walked. Swing and a miss. Up and away for a ball. Dow has thrown a few pitches in this inning. Hit in the air to center field. Durant a couple of steps to his left, comes in, makes the play. So living on the edge a little bit. Glasgow gets out of the inning. A double and 2 walks. Beverly leaves the bases loaded. Dow gets out of it. And Glasgow again will have a chance to get on the board first. 4, 5, and 6. Sean Devon, Aiden Dow, Jared DiFilippo to face Mike Brollinger, who will start his second inning of work. It's been a tough assignment for the players and the coaches this year. For a long time, teams just couldn't get out. Snow covering the fields, ice cold weather. We had the Minuteman come here to play Lynn Tech, and it was the first time that Minuteman was out on a field. And the first time out in the field was a league game against Lynn Tech. Brollinger had a quick 1-2-3 inning, 2 of the outs being strikeouts. Sean Devon will lead it off. Swing and a miss. Put everything into that swing, almost fell down. Quickly 0-2. Chop to second base. Big hop from McCarthy. Over to Goodwin for the out. 1 up, 1 down in the first. Aiden Dow, the pitcher, will be the hitter. As we mentioned before, he's made a pretty auspicious debut. He came in first at bat as a pinch hitter, got a base hit, knocked in 2. Next day, got a base hit, knocked in a run. Had 3 hits in the game. So he's worked himself into a spot in the lineup. Pops it up. It's playable. And it blows away from the third baseman. It looked like he lost track of it initially with the sun. And then tried to chase it. The wind just blew it. Looked like it was going to be right in the third base coach's box. It got blown over near the dugout. Bounced up in the stands. Lefty against lefty here. Pitcher against pitcher. Slices it the other way past third base, foul. Dow's one of those guys that throws left, bats left. He's made a name for himself through Little League and Babe Ruth. He was part of that Babe Ruth team that won the States, won the New Englands, went to the Nationals or the Worlds, whatever they call it. Chop towards first base. They're going to have to hurry. They bobble it. The error on the pitcher will put Dow as a base runner. Brollinger in his haste couldn't pick the ball up. So Bronzer retired 4 in a row. Now Dow is the first base runner. Jared DiFilippo has filled in well at second base. Christian Britt, we told you, hurt his back. Went out of the lineup. Jared filled in very well. In for a strike. Another chop. This one goes foul behind home plate. Hit off the first baseman, so back-to-back errors. That might have been a double play. It was hit solidly. They were going to look to go to second and went off the first baseman's glove. So back-to-back errors put runners at first and second for the Rams. Deshaun Anderson's the hitter. Swing and a miss. A little tap out down the first base line. Bobbled by the pitcher. Now a hit off the first baseman's glove. Nice job by the catcher, Jacob Grant. That was down and in. That was going to move the runners up. Very nice stop. Out in front of that one a little bit, swung right through it. 1-2 the count to the Ram third baseman. Swings and misses, third strikeout. Two-way now for Kevin Durant, the center fielder. In for a strike. Late swing that time. That pitch was by him. Swung and missed. It's 0-2. Wide for a ball. So Broniger certainly helped himself there. Classical gets a couple of runners on base by way of errors. Broniger gets two more strikeouts back-to-back. The second time he's got back-to-back, but this time with runners at first and second. It ends the second inning, and we're still dead even. Both teams have challenged, but neither team has scored. It's Classical 0, Beverly 0 at the end of 2. 2, 3, and 4. Tim McCarthy, Spencer Brown, Clayton McAlpine for the Beverly Panthers as we start the third inning. in for a strike. Beverly is threatened. They had a runner at third with 2 outs in the first. Dow got out of it with a fly ball. They loaded the bases with 2 outs in the second. And he got out of it with a fly ball. Tim McCarthy sacrificed his one trip. It didn't miss by much. Good waste pitch by Dow. McCarthy laid off. Hit in the air to left field. Devin on his horse going back. Chases it down. Nice play. McCarthy hit it well. Devin ran it down. Devin in the game against Sailor made one of the great catches we've seen in a long time, going way out into left center field over the shoulder, taking extra bases away. Spencer Brown hit it right on the nose, and David Bernard made a nice pick. Short hopped it at first base. Now he rips it into right field. He's hit it solidly twice. He's got 1 hit. Clayton McAlpine fly to left field. There's 1 trip. Swing and a miss. That line shot by Spencer Brown. We've watched him the last couple of years. He's going to be playing someplace after Beverly. Some college is going to grab him. He swings the bat extremely well. Down and in for a ball. A few more classical fans have shown up for this early morning game. Beverly's got a bunch way down past first base trying to stay warm, which is impossible. The runner takes off, you got a big jump, and he's in with a stolen base. So for the 3rd inning in a row, Beverly has a runner in scoring position. Pitch in the turf. Brown took off. So the wild pitch moves him over to third. And for the 3rd straight inning, Beverly has a runner at third. This time with 1 out. Classical has to bring the infield in. And it's a solid shot into center field for a base hit by McAlpine. Spencer Brown creates a run for Beverly. Single, stole second. Hustled to third when the ball went in the turf. Made it to third base. And a solid shot by McAlpine into center field brings him in. So the base hits by Beverly this inning have been drilled. The runner takes off. The ball's hit foul up in the seats. So Coach Wilbur had McAlpine on the move. Hit to left field, foul. Just pulled it foul. Beverly fans thought that was going to be inside the line for extra bases. Barry got a double his first time up, hitting it just inside the third base bag, and wound up being stranded at third base. The runner takes off. The ball's hitting the air to center field. Durant has to chase it with that wind blowing away from him. He wound up in left center field, making the play for the second out. Again, they had McAlpine on the move. Plose, the center fielder, grounded a shot his first time. High and tight for a ball. In for a strike. Plose taken all the way. Hit on the ground, deep shot, no play at all. The runner was off and running, so they didn't have a play at second base, and they weren't going to get Plose at first, so wisely Luciano just held it. So that extends the inning for Ryan Munzing, who bounced it out in front of the plate. Dow made a nice play throwing him out, and at the time, there was a runner at third. He held him at third, and they get out of the inning. A little off-speed curveball drops in for a strike. Drops it to Dow again. Dow makes the play. So both times Munzing has gone to Dow. Both times he's thrown him out. So Beverly threatened in the first two. Left runners on scoring position. Bases loaded in the second, but they finally get on the board. Brown gets the base hit, the stolen base, the wild pitch, and then the big base hit by McAlpine. Gets Beverly a run and gets him a 1-0 lead. 3 base hits in the inning. So Glasgow has to play a little bit of catch-up. Daniel Lilia will lead it off, and then back to the top of the order, A.J. Luciano and Brett Buckland to face Mike Broninger, who will be starting his third inning of work. Getting deeper into the season as the team's trying to get loose, which is virtually impossible in this weather. I've never seen it this bad ever. We're on the very downside of April, and we haven't had any good days at all for baseball. And each day it looks like blue skies, big puffy clouds, bright sunshine, but the wind blowing 30, 40, 50 miles an hour. It's been incredible. Usually see people coming in with T-shirts and shorts and maybe a light jacket, but now everybody is huddled with winter gear, and it's like going to the hockey game down the arena. Pushes the bunt. They're not going to get him. He beats it for a base hit. Once they get by the pitcher, he was on. Nice play by Lilja. Lilja just pushed it right by the pitcher. Second baseman had no chance. He gets an extra step being a left-handed hitter. Classical has their first base hit, and they have the leadoff hitter on for A.J. Luciano. Throw over easily, getting back Lilly. He wasn't that far off the bag. And once again, easily back at first base. Luciano was called on strikes his first trip. Skies it in the air. Short center field, the shortstop going back. Center fielder calls him off. Nice job by Blose to call the shortstop off and make the play. Luciano got under that and hit it sky high in the air. So one away. Brett Buckland struck out swinging his one trip. Lined in the right field for a base hit. Easily into third is Lilia. So Classical has a threat. First and third with one out. David Bernard hit it well, but got it skied to deep left field. His one trip. He wants a base hit, but he'd settle for that fly ball right now to get Classical back in this game. They trail it 1-0. They get their first two hits in the ball game in this inning. Buckland with a solid shot into right field. Down and away for a ball. In for a strike. 1-1 to the Ram first baseman. Down and in, gets off the catcher's glove. That's going to be a pass ball. The run scores to tie the ball game. Down and in, looked like Grant had it. Popped off his glove. So Classical ties it up. And they have the go-ahead run at second. Still with one out. Hits it foul off to the right side out of play. That looked like it went over to Western Avenue over the wall. Slices it foul again. It hit the tree over in the yard. Looked like it took a branch off. Swing and a miss. Five strikeouts for Broninger. Sean Devon will be the hitter. He bounced out second to first. Love to get a little two-out lightning for Classical here. In for a strike. Quickly 0-2. One swing of the bat could give Classical the lead. One good pitch could get Beverly out of it. Slices it foul, out of play. Hit foul back, up in the screen. And that one doesn't come back. Stays up in the screen. The 0-2 pitch again, up and coming. The runner takes off for third. On the outside corner for strike three. Devon thought it was outside. Buckland had third base stolen. So, first three innings, Broninger has back-to-back strikeouts 3 times. But that pitch off the catcher's glove cost him the lead. It gave Classical the run. Willie scoring from third on the pass ball. So both teams get a run in the third, and that's where we are. Classical 1, Beverly 1 at the end of 3. Bottom 2 in the order, and then back to the top of the order for Beverly as we start the 4th inning. George Goodwin drew a walk. So he has been up officially against Dow. Waves at that pitch for strike 1. 1-1. John Goodwin, Mike Broninger, and then back to the top of the order, Matt Collins. Nice pitch on the corner for strike 2. I guess they're saying it hit him. Umpire's not saying it hit him. The umpire's saying it's 2-2. The batter went to first like the pitch hit him. He's coming back to the plate. They tried to steal one there. The umpire didn't say hit batsman. The batter just took off to go to first base, trying to buy it. Hit foul. Past third base. Slices it, pulls it actually, foul past third base. Got that one down around the handle. Count stays 2-2. Thought about it, held up the pitch sail wide for a ball, and we got another 3-2 count. The payoff pitch, high for ball 4. He walked Goodwin for the second time. And for the third time in 4 innings, Beverly has the leadoff hitter on. Mike Broniger, the pitcher, he drew a walk. His walk loaded the bases in the second inning. Dow got out of it with a fly ball to center field. In for a strike. Squares to butt, misses it for strike 2. Which shows they like to play small ball. They like to move those runners along, force the defense to make plays. Gets a piece and fouls it off the backstop. So it's quiet over at Manning Field now. Whatever was track or whatever it was, practice is over. Wide for a ball. They throw it down to first. Getting back standing up is Goodwin. Hit foul again. Yet another pitch to Broniger. This one down and in. Hit foul past third base. Broniger, whatever Broniger does, this is great at bat. He's just hanging around. Foul and pitching off. Really making Aiden Dow work. Strike 3 call. Good pitch by Dow on the corner. First strikeout for Dow. Very nice pitch. Matt Collins reached on an error, leading off the ball game and flied to center field. High for a ball. They like to run, but Goodwin's only getting a very short lead off first base with the lefty pitcher. Down and away for a ball. In for a strike. 2-1. Dow's got Goodwin guessing at first base. A couple of times he's taken off the bag, then he's taking a step back to the bag, thinking Dow might come over to first. Way down and in. Nice job. That one did hit him, I guess. That time the umpire did signal hit batsman. Well, for the fourth inning in a row, Beverly has a runner in scoring position. Tim McCarthy has sacrificed and flied to left. So a walk and a hit batsman put runners at first and second with one out. Down and away for a ball. Missing up and in. In for a strike. On the corner for a strike. So he was down 2-0. He evens the count at 2-2. Lines it foul. Pulled it just enough to get it fouled on that left side. So we'll do it again at 2-2. McCarthy asked for time and got it. Down doesn't waste any time. He works quickly. Down and in. Carrera can't find it. That's going to move the runners up. So the wild pitch puts runners at second and third now. That takes away the potential double play ball. The count goes full to McCarthy. And it brings a little conference out on the mound. And now they're going to come out and check the umpire. The umpire bounced and the umpire got hit. I didn't realize it hit the umpire. I thought Carrera blocked it and couldn't find it. I guess he's okay because they have a pretty good laugh down there. Trainer out looking at him with his, and I apologize. They don't give us the names of the umpires. So he's up. He's okay. Umpires always have to shake it off. Players can go down and get hurt, roam around. The umpires have to make it like, I'm okay. They got to be tough. So the pitch bounced, got a piece of the umpire, moved the runners up to second and third with one out in a 1-1 ball game. And a big pitch coming up, 3-2. Yet another full count. We've had a slew of those. And that's ball 4. So the bases are loaded. 2 walks and a hit batsman. Spencer Brown has hit the ball solidly twice. David Bernard made a great play, short hop, picked the ball inside the first base bag and made the play at first. Next time up, he lined a shot into right field for a base hit. So this is a very tough hitter with the bases loaded and one out. Lined it again, a double play. Solid shot to David Bernard. You can't hit it any better than that. David Bernard took one step. He couldn't take more than a step. He picked the line drive. That's twice that David Bernard has taken hits away from Brown. And Classical is celebrating on the sideline. An unassisted double play by David Bernard gets him out of a bases loaded situation and takes the winds out of the sails. They didn't get a base hit, 2 walks and a hit batsman, but they had the bases loaded. And David Bernard makes his second pick at first base off Spencer Brown, who hit that a ton. That was going to be down the right field line, at least 2, maybe 3 runs. Instead, it's a double play ending the inning. Beverly's off the board. We're halfway through the ball game, and it's still a 1-1 tie. And Classical has a chance to take the lead. Aiden Dow, Jared DiFilippo, Deshaun Anderson will be the 3 hitters to face Mike Broninger. Beverly's been all over the place. A runner at third in the first gets stranded. A double. The runner got to third in the second with 1 out, got stranded. They bunched 3 hits in the third inning for their run. Had runners at first and second. Dow got out of the inning. And now 2 walks and a hit batsman load the bases, and David Bernard makes the big play at first base, picking the line drive off Spencer Brown, turning into a double play. How quickly it turns. As soon as he hit the ball, you could hear the Beverly fans go, yes. And then when David Bernard makes the play, it turned around. Classical fans said, yes. Aiden Dow reached an error. He had a little number down the first base line, and Broninger couldn't pick it up. Hit right inside the first base bag, just fair as it kicked by the bag. Goodwin makes the play. Nice play at first base. Dow almost had a seeing eye hit. Instead, it's an out at first. Jared DiFilippo, he reached on an error. Right after Dow's error, he hit the ball to first base, and first base went off his glove. Slices it foul up in the air, off to the right side. And that went off the same tree over behind the wall in the backyard in Western Avenue. Broninger took a little too much time. DiFilippo asked for time and got it. Hit into center field for a base hit, past the dive of the second baseman McCarthy. Deshaun Anderson will be the hitter. Diving back on the throw to first is DiFilippo. Yeah, a little bit of a lead at first. Mike Smikowski might be trying to get him to second base. Wide for a ball. Deshaun Anderson struck out swinging his 1 trip. High and away. Almost threw it over the catcher's head. 2-0. Kevin Durant, center fielder, was the on-deck hitter. In for a strike. Getting back at first on the throw again is DiFilippo. Wide for a ball. 3-1. So again, Deschamps will be very fussy here. It's got to be a pitch he really loves and he can handle. Bronzer's got to come in with 2. Waves at the pitch for strike 2, and the count goes full. That might have been up and away. That might have been ball 4. Timeout with the hitter at the plate. Hit to right field, coming in, then backing up. Nick Berry made the play. Hanson hit it solidly, but hit it right at the right fielder. Two-way for Kevin Durant. Throw over again. DiFilippo back. In for a strike. Off the catcher's glove, but not enough for DiFilippo to go anywhere. Boy, some brave souls out there as fans sitting in the stands watching this one. The runner takes off, in with a stolen base. Got a big jump. Strike 3 called on the corner. So Bronzer's got at least 1 in every inning. He had 2 in the first 3. That's his 7th strikeout. And still nothing to choose between these two teams. We're still dead even. Classical 1, Beverly 1 at the end of 4. Clayton McAlpine got the RBI single, knocking in the 1 run for Beverly. He's 1 for 2. He flat out to left his first trip. He leads off the 5th inning. He's the DH, hitting for the catcher. Line to center field. That's in the gap. Another solid shot by McAlpine. And Beverly has the go-ahead run at second. 4 out of 5 times they put the leadoff hitter on. Nick Berry doubled and flied to center. So Beverly right back at it. They had the bases loaded in the fourth, and you can't hit it any better than Spencer Brown hit it. And David Bernard made a big-time play at first base and turned it into a double play. Fishing low for a ball. Missing again. Hit to third. Anderson holds the runner. Nice play by Deshaun Anderson. Went to his left, made the nice play, and then looked the runner back. One away. Jack Flose grounded a shot and singled. Hit foul in the direction of the Glasgow's dugout. Fishing low for a ball. Down and away. 2-1. Drop slowly to third. Safe at first, he beat it for an infield hit. Nice try by Anderson. So Beverly has the go-ahead run at third. For Ryan Munsing, the left fielder, he's been up twice. Both times he bounced back to the pitcher. And this is not Ryan Munsing, this is Nick McIntyre. McIntyre is going to hit for Munsing. Swing and a miss. Clarksville's cheating in at first and third. They're back at double play depth. Short and second. They'd love to get another double play. He had a cross home plate to get out of the way of that one. That was just a little bit inside. Way behind him. Swing and a miss. Boy, wouldn't Dow love to have a strikeout here? The 1-2 pitch. The runner takes off. Hit into left field for a base hit. Swung and missed on 2 pitches and then punched one into left field for a base hit. Second time they've got 3 hits in an inning. Both times they've scored. So first and second now. John Goodwin hasn't been up yet. He's walked twice. First pitch hitting. Popped it up. It drops in front of everybody for a base hit. Second baseman, shortstop, center fielder. Nobody took charge. Goodwin's on for the third time. And for the second time in the ballgame, Beverly has the bases loaded with one out. And Mike Broninger, the pitcher, can help himself here. He's walked and been called out on strikes. Wide for a ball. So Beverly has got their lead back. Trying to add to it. High and away for a ball, 2-0. So that's a tough break for Classical. It was a playable pop-up behind, just a couple of feet out into short center field. Everybody was there. Nobody took charge, and it dropped. Durant made a great effort to try and finally grab it. Hit foul, 2-1. Just off his glove. And it winds up a base hit. Nice pitch on the corner, evens the count at 2. Swing and a miss, a big strikeout. So the inning should be over. Instead, Beverly has the bases loaded. They already have a run in. Top of the order, Collins. He reached on an error, flied to center field, and got hit by a pitch. High for a ball. So the infield will play back all around now because they got to play at any base, including home plate. In for a strike. Great play at first base by Dow, and a big play by DiFilippo. David Bernard went to go get it. Dove couldn't get it. DiFilippo went and got it, and Dow came across the bag and reached across his body and made a great play catching the throw from DiFilippo, staying on the bag, and a big play. Gets Classical out of the inning. Takes at least one run away. But for the second time in the game, Beverly bunches 3 hits in the inning and gets a run. Dow gets a big strikeout and then makes a big defensive play. And Classical again will have to play catch-up as Beverly takes a 2-1 lead. I don't know if Beverly made a change or not. They don't give it to us. They went over to the Classical dugout. They didn't change a pitcher. Danny Lilia leading off for the second time in the ball game. He led off the third inning when Classical he scored the run. He pushed a perfect bunt by the pitcher. High for a ball. We mentioned earlier he's playing his third position. He was the third baseman. They moved him to second base. Now he's out in right field. Lines it to left field. Wow, that was going to be a lot of extra bases. Left fielder Munzing almost misplayed that. He came charging in and had him at the last minute, just reached up and caught the line drive over his head. Lilia would still be running. With him coming to home plate, that's going to be at least a triple, maybe an inside the park home run, because that one's going to go all the way to the fence. Coach Wilbur breathed a big sigh of relief on that play. A.J. Luciano called on strikes and flied to center field. Down and in for a ball. He had a shot yesterday to right center field and all the way to the scoreboard for a triple. They sent him, and he just got nipped. They got him at the plate looking for an inside the park home run. High and away off the catcher's glove. I think that change was that McIntyre hit for Munzing. I think Munzing went back into left field, re-entering. Line to center field, right at the center fielder. That's two solid shots by Klaskell, and there's 2 outs. So if it wasn't for no luck, they wouldn't have any luck at all. Brett Buckler struck out and singled. His single pushed Lily to third, and he scored on the pass ball. Up and away for a ball. On the corner for a strike. The hitters haven't liked that pitch, but he's been consistent, the umpire. That pitch has been a strike. Hits it down the right side. It's going to slice foul down the bullpen area. Hit that a long way the opposite way. Up and away for a ball. On the inside corner for strike 3. So Klaskell hits the ball a ton in the 5th inning. 2 line shots. And have nothing to show for it in a 1-2-3 inning. He keeps his record intact. He's got at least 1 strikeout in each of the 5 innings. 8 strikeouts for the ball game. We're through 5. Beverly now holding on to that skinny 1-run lead. Beverly 2, Klaskell 1 at the end of 5. Tim McCarthy takes the first pitch wide for a ball, starting the 6th inning. Down and in for a ball. high and away, 3-0. This is the exact opposite than the game against Salem. Classical made 6 errors in the Salem game. Everybody contributing. And now here they're playing a very good Beverly team, and they're making some terrific defensive plays. Hit high in the air to center field. Durant comes in a couple of steps, makes the play. And they're making those plays at very opportune times. Spencer Brown is 1 for 3, and he's hit the ball harder than anybody has hit it. A solid shot. David Bernard picked it. The shot hop, off hop, picked it. Made the play at first. He lined a single to right field and hit a line shot inside the first base bag, going down into right field for extra bases. David Bernard made another big play. David picked the line drive and turned it into a double play. The bases were loaded at the time. So 2 big defensive plays by David Bernard. That one bounced to the backstop. So he's 1 for 3, and he hit the ball solidly 3 times. And he gets hit. Second hit batsman. Mike Zukowski's coming out to talk to his pitcher. No warm-up action in the bullpen. We missed Dowd getting the ball to start this game. His first varsity game on the mound. And that's going to be it for him. We're going to get a change on the mound for Classical. He did a good job. He held a very good Beverly team who got 11 against Danvers to only 2 runs. So he did a good job, but he's going to be replaced. A.J. Luciano will make an appearance for the 3rd straight game. Lilia will go from right field to shortstop. And Dowd will stay in the game in right field. Clayton McAlpine flied to left, singled in a run, doubled and scored. Hits it to third. They get the important one at second base. Anderson with a nice play over to DiFilippo. And Galpon getting that double and scoring a run is the difference in the game. It's 2-1. He got on the pinch hit single by Nick McIntyre. Classical thought they had him at first. The umpire said safe. Nick Berry double, fly to center, grounded to third. Fakes the bunt. The runner goes in with a stolen base. He wasn't looking to bunt. He was looking to protect the runner. So runner in scoring position yet again for Beverly. They've been all over the base pass. Hit up the middle for a base hit. That's going to bring an insurance run home. Off the catcher's glove. They almost had a play at the plate. So a 2-out hit by Berry. That run will be challenged to Dow. Jack Plose, they got him the first time, a grounded a shot, but he's got a base hit the last 2 times. In for a strike. Hit the second base. DiFilippo will make the play. That'll end the inning, but Beverly gets that big 2-out hit after a hit batsman. Big 2-out hit by Berry. And they've given Bonninger a little bit of leeway. He now has a 2-run cushion. So Dow goes 5 in the third. 3 runs, they're all earned. 8 hits. Struck out 2, walked 4, hit 2. He pitched very well to get out of jams. His team helped him defensively get out of some jams. And now Classical's got a little deeper hole to dig themselves out of, as it's now 3-1. The hit batsman came around to score on the 2-out hit by Berry. David Bernard has made 2 great plays at first base. He struck out swinging last time. The first time he hit the ball very hard, but he got under it and lifted it high and deep to left field for an out. So he's 0 for 2. Looking to get something started for Classical here in the 6th. Hits it to right field, slicing. It's going to go foul. Hit that a long way off the fence, down the bullpen area, almost hit it out of the park. And it just sliced foul. That's one of the longest balls we've seen hit this year. Hit right off the top of the fence, right at the bullpen. Down and in for a ball. Missing low again, 2-1. So Classical needs a base runner to get that tying run to home plate. Reaches for that one and pops it up. Long run. It's going to blow foul into that grassy knoll behind first base. Right fielder, second base, first base, all giving chase. Just kept blowing away from them. So David Bernard, a strong pull hitter, has gone to the right side. Twice foul. Once very deep. Goes to right field again. Right at the right fielder. Classical's hitting the ball a ton and not getting any show for it. Their last 3 outs have been line drives to left, center, and right. 2 outs in the fifth for line shots. Now David Bernard hits a line shot right at the right fielder. Sean Devon grounded to second, was called out on strikes. On the corner for a strike. Low for a ball. On the corner again. This umpire is a pitcher's umpire. He gives the corners. The game against Swampscott, David Bernard was throwing pitches that very easy could have been. If this guy was umpiring the Swampscott game, David Bernard would have got a lot more strikes. Hit on the ground to short. Long throw across the diamond. They throw it away. Devon's going to wind up at second base. Third error in the ball game for Beverly. Aiden Dow, who's now the right fielder. Reached on error and bounced to first base. Lines it to right field, again, right at the right fielder. Another solid shot, but the fielder didn't have to move. No luck again for the Rams. Jared DiFilippo reached on error and singled. Hit to short. Long throw across the diamond. They get him, so the error doesn't hurt. Classical is down in the sixth inning. They're down to their last 3 outs. Beverly holding on to a 3-1 lead over Classical at the end of 6. That sixth inning was the only inning that Groninger didn't get a strikeout. Munzing, we told you he got hit for, and that was a big pinch hit because McIntyre got the base hit that gave Beverly the 2-1 lead. Swing and a miss. Munzing had grounded out twice to the pitcher, facing Luciano for the first time. Those 2 ground outs to the pitcher were to Dow. Hits it to right field. Dow was there to make the play. He stayed with it. The wind blowing that away from him, but he stayed with it and made the play. Goodwin is perfect. He's walked twice and singled. He's the Beverly first baseman, facing Luciano for the first time. Luciano came on in the 6th and gave up a base hit. The run was charged to Dow. Goodwin was the hitter back in the second inning that took the pitch inside, walked to first base, trying to buy, getting hit by the pitch. They called him back, and he wound up walking anyway. On the inside corner for a strike. Took it on the inside corner again. Good pitch by Luciano. They get Goodwin for the first time. Two-way in the seventh. Mike Bronzer, the pitcher, walked last 2 times he struck out. Once called, once swinging. He's pitched a very nice ball game. Lines it to the backstop, foul. High for a ball. Bronzer has held Classical to 3 base hits. 2 of them came in the 1 inning that they got the run. At the time, tied the game up at 1 apiece. Nice pitch for a strike. Missing low for a ball. Wow, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the 7th inning, Beverly leading by 2. Lines it to right field for a base hit. So a 2-out hit extends the inning. Brings up the leadoff hitter, Matt Collins. He's been on base twice. He reached on an error, got hit by a pitch. He's also flied to center and grounded to second. Yeah, we're going to get a pitch runner, I believe, at first base. I didn't get his number. In for a strike. Missing inside for a ball. Down and in for a ball. Hit to left field. Devin gliding over near the line, makes the play. So the 2-out hit, stranded. And Classical down to the last 3 outs. They need a rally. Luciano does a nice job in relief. Goes an inning and a third. Gives up 2 hits, strikeout. Keeps Classical within reach. And now Bronzer will re-enter after he got run for. He's pitched well. He gave up the 1 run. Classical's only had 6 base runners, 3 of them reaching on errors. Deshaun Anderson will lead off. He struck out and fly to right. Costco only has 3 base hits, but boy, they've hit the ball a ton. They've hit line shots all over the place, but they've hit it right at the outfielders. Swing and a miss. Chased that pitch that was down and away. Wide for a ball. Anderson trying to get on base so Klasko can bring that tying run to home plate. Wide again. Grant had to chase that one way outside. Missing for a ball. Anderson took a long look at that one. Everybody held their breath. That's a tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. Chased that pitch that was up and away, but he's going to get a break because it gets off the catcher's glove. Chased a bad pitch. But he's going to wind up at first base. Chris Bayo is going to hit for Durant. So Klasko has a pulse. They have the tying run at home plate with nobody out. On the corner for a strike. On the inside corner for a strike. Quickly 0-2. Chopped foul off the hitter in the batter's box. For the 3rd straight game, the bicycle crew drove through. Half a dozen this time. There were close to a dozen the first time they came through a couple of games ago. Swinging by Manning Field behind the outfield fence. Cutting through. Hit in a right field for a base hit. Reached for that one and just tapped it in the right field. So that pulse for Klasko gets a little heavier. Durant is going to re-enter and run for Bayo at first base. And Coach Gruber comes out for a conference on the mound. Danny Lilia, perfect spot for a bunt, and he laid down a perfect bunt his first time up for a base hit. Next time up, he hit a line shot that the left fielder almost misplayed. He came running towards home plate, and at the last second just threw his glove up and caught it over his head. Took at least a triple, maybe more, away from Lilia. That was going to go all the way to the fence, and the momentum was carrying the outfielder to home plate. So they expect a bunt. Goodwin at first is way in. Brown at third is cheating in. Squares tries to push it to third and fouls it off. They're trying to leave Brown at third in case they can make a play. So he'd like to push it to third. Takes the pitch for a strike. The runner goes. And the other runner goes. And they wind up stealing the bags. Heads up by Anderson. So Classical has the tying runs in scoring position. 2 strikes on Lilia. Chop to second. That's going to get a run home. Well, if Classical has a spot where they need a base hit, this is the guy they'd like to have up. Luciano looking for his first hit. He lined a shot right at the center fielder his last time up. And he gets under it and pops it up. Second baseman can't find it. The right fielder comes on and makes the play. So 1 pitch, they get Luciano. This is the first time I've seen Luciano without a hit. So they leave it up to Brett Buckland. He has struck out twice, swinging and called. In between, he got a base hit to right field. Tying run at second base, bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Hit to right field. Right fielder coming over near the line, makes the play. So Classical leaves the tying run in scoring position. Beverly's going to stay undefeated. Classical's going to lose a very tough ball game, making it 3 in a row in the loss column. And they all hurt. Beverly got on the board in the 3rd. Brown got a base hit, stole second, went to third in a wild pitch, scored on McAlpine's base hit. It was 1-0. The bottom of the 3rd, Classical got it back. Lilia bunted for a base hit. Went to third when Buckland lined a shot into right field. Lilia scored on a pass ball. It was 1-1. Beverly got the lead back in the 5th. A leadoff double by McAlpine. Went to second on a base hit by Plose. Scored on a base hit by Munzing. It was 2-1 Beverly. Beverly added and got the run that turned out to be the winning run. A hit batsman. A fielder's choice. 2 outs. McAlpine stole second, and a big 2-out hit by Nick Berry knocked in the run that was the deciding run of the ball game, made it 3-1. Classical answered in the 7th. Anderson reached on an error. Base hit by the pinch hitter, Chris Bale. Runners at first and second. Beverly expecting a bunt, played in. Classical stole Duran, who went back into run for Bale, and Anderson stole third and second, respectfully. A ground ball to the right side by Lilia brought in the run to make it 4-3. The tying run at second base. They get a fly ball to right field to end it, and Beverly keeps their winning streak alive. Classical, unfortunately, loses their 3rd in a row. They go to 2-4. Beverly will go to 4-0. Groninger was outstanding. 7 innings. He gave up 2 runs. Both of them were earned. Didn't walk a batter. Gave up only 4 base hits. Struck out 9. And just kept Beverly in the game. And they were able to squeak out a 3-2 win over Classical, the final score. So we hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.